we're going to talk about fragments. Fragments are a piece of something. So it can be a piece of anything. If I ripped my shirt and just had a little piece, that would be a fragment of my shirt. When we talk about sentences, fragments are, I call them a fake sentence, but it's just a part of a sentence. It's either missing the subject, which is who it's about or what your sentence is about, or it's missing the predicate, telling you what happened. So it might say, my dog. We know that you're talking about your dog, but we don't know what your dog did. Or the sentence might say, went to the store. We know somebody or something went to the store, but we don't know who did it. So a sentence has to have both the subject and the predicate. Remember, that's like the peanut butter and jelly. Every sentence has to have both parts. If it's missing either part, it's a fragment. Okay, it's an incomplete sentence. Here's some examples. Hey, this one's missing a subject. Shopping for a car. Who's shopping for a car? We don't know who it is. So always ask yourself, oh, I know they're shopping for a car, but if I don't know who it is, I have to add that to my sentence. So now the complete sentence says, my dad was shopping for a car. This one, a lawn service. We're talking about this lawn service, like a company that mows lawns, but we don't know what they did. You can think that up in your head, but it's not in the sentence. Sentence started with a capital and ended with a period and just said a lawn service. We don't know what they did. So here's the complete sentence. A lawn service came to trim our bushes. That's a complete sentence. It tells you who or what and what they're doing. Okay? So make sure every sentence is complete. I want you to add this to your table of contents. Number 4 is fragments. Pause that if you need longer to write it. And then go to page 4. It should be in your writing resources. Page 4. You're going to glue that same page I just showed you in pink. You're going to glue it right here in your paper, or on your paper, in your notebook. Should only take you a second. Use the glue. Just go around. I always go around the rectangle and then make an X in the middle. Flip it over. It should be at the top so you have room to write. Mine isn't very straight. Mine didn't stay either. There we go. So glue yours on so it stays. And then we're going to make turn fragments into sentences. So I will do one for you, and I'm going to give you some for you to do. So I want you to write, my dog. Ask yourself when you see that, is that the subject, who we're talking about, or what's happening? That's the subject. We're talking about my dog. But what did my dog do? And whatever you want to finish that with, you write the predicate. My dog runs fast. Now I know who I'm talking about and what they did. Okay? I'm going to give you a fragment, 2 different fragments. One that has a subject and one that does not, one that just has a predicate. And you need to fix those. So I want you to start with my friend. That will be your first fragment. My friend, that's your subject. Now you need to complete it with a predicate. What did your friend do? Or what are they doing? Make sure your sentence tells what they did and ends with a period. You can pause if you want to finish that one. Otherwise, move on and write this predicate. Well, I'm going to leave space for the subject. Okay? Ran up the hill. So you're going to write it just like this. Leave some space. Ran up the hill. That's your predicate. You need to add the subject. After you've done that, I want you to go back into your own writing, whatever notebook you have that you have any writing in, and I want you to look for the subject and the predicate on your sentences. Make sure you have complete sentences. Underline the subject once, underline the predicate twice, or you could circle the one word that tells you this is what they're doing. Like my dog, I could underline dog, and I could circle runs. That's what they're doing. Either way that you want to do it, underline the subject once and the predicate twice, or underline the subject once and circle the one word that tells you what they're doing in the predicate. Go back through and check for complete sentences. And if you find any fragments, you find sentences that only have the subject or only have the predicate, I want you to fix them. And then as you're writing every day, I want you to notice, always use the complete sentence, subject and a predicate.